Now recording. Why does his voice has that trill at the end? Now recording. Like that.
It would be
What?
better if it had that COD guy's voice.
No recording. I'm recording now.
Recording now.
EMP out. My name is Craig.
Oh my god.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, welcome. Hello everyone. Welcome.
Wait. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Can you hear it?
Loud and fucking clear.
It's really far away from me. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Shit is so loud. No, stop it. You're hurting everyone's ears right now.
Oh my god! I didn't know it was that loud. It's
This
like
shit
so.
is fucking loud. You can hear it.
Yeah.
You can hear it when it goes up.
Okay. I'll manually do it.
The fuck?
Yeah.
But
It's like-
yeah, okay. Anyway, welcome to this episode of our podcast. But yeah, I mean, to start it off, I hope you guys enjoyed last week's podcast, even though the first 10 minutes of that episode was literally us just trying to like figure things out and trying to listen to what Xiaoqi is saying. The first 10 minutes is literally just, hello, are you there?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh my god, that was so bad. But yeah, because of that, this week we started recording on Discord with a special new technology.
With Craig.
Craig, yeah, we got a pedo bear here listening to our conversation and recording it in real time.
His name is Craig. Craig. Of all names, Craig.
My name is Craig.
My name is Craig. My name is Craig. Oh, what's the name that he used inside the movie? My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
Yeah, but yes, we have the technology now, state of the art, ready to please all of you.
Hopefully it's better. Hopefully it's not as laggy though.
I just played back the audio so far, and it sounds perfectly clear. It sounds real time. So it sounds perfectly clear. It sounds as clear if if you were in the Discord call with us. What you'd hear is what the bot recorded basically. So yeah, hopefully this week you guys get a better episode, better where you can hear better without many issues.
Yeah. Like it's about time. I think it took us a while to realize this new technology.
Yeah.
I mean, one, you're
But yeah, at least Discord VC is better than what we were using, right? We were using Anchor. And now at least we can like go outside the app and do whatever we want. If we have to look up something or watch a video or whatever.
What the fuck? Watch a video. Yamete kudasai. Yamete kudasai. Hayaku. Yeah. Yeah. Moto. Hayaku.
Speaking of that reminds me of yesterday's conversation we were having. So
What conversation?
So yesterday we were playing COD, and during that We were discussing soap lands. Japanese. I don't know how that even conversation even like got brought up.
Wow, that's a good question. I can't remember too. It has to be me because this sounds perverted enough to be me.
I mean, yes, it was you, but I don't know. I don't know how. Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, you said.
Oh no. Here it comes.
Okay, that was you or me. We said something about a shower,
All
and
right.
you said that. Yeah, I pay someone to shower me. I was like, wait, what the fuck? This is sound so weird. Like paying someone to shower you. Like, imagine if there was such a service, and you were immediately like, yes, there is. Like, with confidence, like you've experienced it before. Like you literally paid someone to shower you.
Yep.
And it turns out that you did, didn't you? You sick fuck.
Nope, I didn't. I'm still virgin. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not saying anything about your virginity. I'm saying you paid someone to shower you. Didn't you?
uh, nope.
Did you or did you not? Just answer the question, Miss Heard. It's a yes or no question.
No, I did not.
Or did you pledge to pay someone to shower you?
No, I donated to someone to shower me.
Donated or pledged?
Well, I use them both back and forth simultaneously.
Well, I don't. Did you or did you not pay someone to shower you, Miss
I
Dog?
pledged. I pledged someone to shower me. And I intend to fully live up to the pledge.
Oh fuck! All right.
If only my ex-husband, Rice, will stop suing my ass.
How can you sell your ass when you're the one paying for showers and presumably us as
Well,
well?
you realize I am an ass, right? Of course, I have to be showered and taken care of. For yes.
All right. Anyway, so yeah.
Hey.
So yeah, after we started talking about that, we started talking about soap lands in Japan and how it is an actual fucking service
Yeah.
in Japan and apparently in other places as well. Though I'm not familiar with other places. I just know that I just know in Japan they have like soap land, air quotes. They call it soap land. So it's supposed to be a service to, I guess, someone to shower you. But yeah, you can basically like you're not supposed to fuck the person giving you a shower, but yes, apparently yes. That's just code word for like prostitution, basically.
Yeah, I mean, considering how big the red light industry is in Japan, I mean, it's only normal with that though. I mean, they have fucking services to pay to go to this shady little corner to lay on a girl's lap.
What?
Yeah, there is. Okay, you know how like I forgot the term for it, but you know shut-ins for all the shut-ins in Japan, it's actually very normal for shut-ins for Japanese people to be shut-ins. So they don't experience like human intimacy a lot. So they have this like maid cafe that you go in and pay for like just intimacy services, not even like dirty services dirty like an ass. But it's just very
I think I've seen that. It's like a lap pillow service or something, right?
yeah, something like that. So you just
Yeah,
lay
I was
there.
thinking about the ear cleaning service though, because they have that in Japan where you pay someone, usually a girl, to like clean your ears. So you lay on their lap, and they're gonna clean your ears for you.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
you
know
did.
that. Hello.
Hello.
Uh,
Yeah, you didn't
yeah.
know about that?
No, I didn't know. I mean, I know there's like ear candling services and stuff, but I didn't know about laying on their laps and getting my ears cleaned. Mm.
I mean, where else would they lay though?
Well, looks like I'm going back for another trip then.
Tadaima, Japan. I'm back.
Tadamaima!
Nippon.
Yeah, like all that heartbreaks and everything that I previously went through when I was there, all that PTSD, fuck that, man. All I want is get my ears clean.
Well,
Yep.
you're just gonna get okay. I find it hard to believe that you're just gonna get your ears clean and not your other holes as well. Okay.
No, I'm gonna get myself showered.
Oh yeah, so no hole will be left cleansed, huh?
Yep, I need to be cleansed. I'm a sinful person. I need to be cleansed. I need to expulse all that toxic in me, all that sin. Cleanse me. Oh, sexy goddess that I'm paying for.
Uh-huh. I think you need a holy baptism instead to get.
Oh,
Wait,
oh,
did
come.
you?
What?
Wait, what? Your family Christian or what?
Hell no. No, wait, actually, wait, let me think. Oh, fuck yeah, they are.
Did they ever baptize you?
No, what the fuck? I,
What?
I was I was from a Christian background though. When I was younger, I was went to like Christian school.
Oh, then I mean, don't they like baptize babies at birth? Like dunk their head in the fucking pool or something? That's what they
If that
call baptism, right?
Yeah, but if that happens, I wouldn't be, you know, remembering anything at all because I was a baby.
Oh yeah, but
And
I thought that your parents would have told you or something.
nah, my family's religion background is all over the place. My grandmother, apparently she went to both. She was like Buddhist and a Christian. Like she just respected both religions.
Mm.
My grandfather, in his later years, he converted from Buddhism to Christian. My auntie's side is just pure Christian, and my uncle is just my uncle. Like he's literally just there, He's like religion. I don't know what it is. The kind. And my auntie is the one that's like the hardcore kind. Her whole family is like, oh, every Sunday we gotta go to church. That kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Chinese people religion is kind of weird to me because it's like so I think in China right now they don't have any religion.
Wait, you sound really far away.
Yeah, because what do I know?
Oh, yeah, it's better now.
Yeah, I just took my mouth away for like a second. The fuck?
Yeah, you sound very spaced.
Okay.
Oh, now it's better.
Yeah, I was saying about the Chinese people. Like, I don't think in China they have any religions right now. Like, I think it's forbidden.
Oh
It's
no, wait, I think
illegal
they
to
do.
practice religion.
No, I think they do, but it's very similar to the Chinese in Singapore. Like, usually it's the Guan Yu and Goddess of Mercy. These two are the main ones, but apparently I would think that they will still have their own obscure religion beliefs over there because yeah,
Wait,
I can't.
I know Chinese is like Buddhists or Christians usually, right? Did they have
Oh
any
yeah,
other religion for themselves?
they do Islam.
What?
I'm sure. I'm serious. I'm not joking with you. Okay, there's this China guy that I work. He's PR. Okay, so in my old job, I'm pretty close to him. So we worked pretty well together. And when we were going for breaks to eat and all, then he was like, "Oh no, I'll just eat fruits." And it's like for like a few days. Then I was like, "Why don't you eat?" It was like, "Oh, there's pork inside. I don't eat pork." I was like, "Wait, what? Are you fucking serious?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm Islam. I can't eat pork." And I'm like, "Bro, this is so surreal. Like, I'm not saying that it's wrong or anything, but you're just not used to seeing a Chinese from China to be Islam."
Yeah, but I've heard of that. I've heard of Chinese Muslims. Uh, I think they're usually from certain provinces, right?
Yeah, yeah, yep,
Like
yep.
the Uyghur place where the Uyghurs are from, maybe around that place. I'm not sure.
I'm not
But
sure too, actually.
yeah, I've heard of Chinese Muslims here as well. Like some students who come here are Chinese Muslims. But that's not their religion though. Like I'm talking about a traditional religion of their own,
Oh,
because in Japan they had Shintoism
no,
before
Shin,
they adopted Buddhism or Christianity. They had Shinto. In India invented Hinduism.
yeah.
But
Oh,
so
Shinto.
China, the Chinese culture is very old, right? So I would think they would have some kind of religion of their own.
Yeah, they do. Buddhist, not the Indian side one, but it's a different set of deities, apparently. But somehow or other, it's the roots definitely trace back to India, but somewhat it branched out by itself. It's like how paganism branched out to a lot of spiritual. I can't say shit. Okay, that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So it branches out a lot, and yeah, because the Chinese deities don't really relate to Buddhism like the classic uh, origins of Buddhism. If I might be
Well,
wrong.
Buddhism didn't originate in China though. It came from
Yeah, India. Yeah,
not even India. I think Nepal.
it did from Nepal.
Yeah, Buddha, the original Buddha, he came from Nepal, like the Himalayas. So
Ah,
then, like the Buddhism after that spread to like India and China and all the those countries around that place, but it originated in Nepal basically with Buddha,
mm-mm. I
and it's
think
a very new religion comparatively.
I
Is
think it might
is the
be.
newest religion of the like big ones. It's newer than Christianity. I think it's newer than Christianity.
No, I don't think so because in my impression, I think Christianity is the one that is the newest because a lot of its roots stems from Buddhism and modified from there. Actually, Christianity is a lot newer than paganism. That for sure.
Hmm. Wait, let me just look it up. Yeah, I think you might be right. Buddhism is a faith that was founded by Siddhartha Gautama more than 2,500 years ago in India. Okay, it says India, but it was basically the Himalayas and like India
Mm.
and Nepal fight over that all the time. Like the Buddhists there are like, no, Buddha came from India. No, Buddha came from Nepal. No, like they basically taking ownership of Buddha at that point. Let's see how Christianity. No, 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 no. First, what the fuck? Approximately 2,000 years old. 2000 and 2500. Yeah, so Christianity is like it came 500 years after Buddhism.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite weird how like religions can be birthed like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, Buddhism wasn't even like anything. It wasn't even anything like sacred, right? Like for other religions, they have like sacred texts and like they have all this hells, gods, angels, and demons stuff. But Buddhism it seems weird to me because it's just one guy. It's just one guy meditating in a forest, and he's like, "I've achieved nirvana, and I
It,
know what needs to be done now."
I think it can't really be called a religion in that sense because I think the whole purpose of it was more to be of like enlightenment and
Mhm.
spirituality. Yeah, I can't say that word, bro. Spirituality.
Spirituality.
Spirituality. Yes, that I think it's meant for more on the path of enlightenment and for oneself, and it
Mm.
wasn't meant to be worshipped in any forms, but somehow or rather, because of power struggle or something, I think that like how that path wasn't meant for everyone, and they just had their own. But essentially, all the teachings are the same. Like really, if you read it all up, all it doesn't matter who's your patron or who's your mother figure in all the religion or father figure or whatever. Uh, Basically, all the main teachings are the same. Like, I mean, of course, if you were to read it word for word, it's going to be different. But the context of all the Bibles and teachings are essentially all the same. It directs to the same path.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, the main teachings, like the do's and don'ts, are similar in every religion, right?
Yep, even in certain branches of the left hand path as well. Like you'll be surprised. Like the do's and don'ts as well is actually very similar to um Buddhism and Christianity. So yeah, if you bring it out, you put it out like that, it's quite clear like how religions are used as a tool for mass control and everything. I mean, of course, I'm not saying that uh, all religions are just a tool, but generally, people who have control over this subject is just using it as a tool.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, especially the influential people and the higher up of the religion, do use it as a tool. Like
Yeah,
you see, fucking popes.
yeah,
No, not even popes. Like the fathers at churches, right? The priests.
mm, mm,
Like a lot of them use the. You know about the fucking child like
yeah,
molesting cases, right?
yep,
Like
yep.
so many of these priests like abuse that power. It's insane, and like you know those religious like spokespeople. Like there's
Mm,
so many in America, like high profile ones that just apparently they spread the word of God, but they have a whole fund. Like
yep, yep.
donate to the Lord. The more money you give, the stronger your faith and shit. But all of
Yeah,
it just goes to them, and they fucking fly private jets and shit. It's crazy.
it is. It's fucked because fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck, it just slipped my mind like that. Fuck, I'm getting old, bro.
You need to donate some money to the Lord. That way, your memory.
Oh, fuck, I really can't remember. What the fuck was I gonna say?
Priests, uh, exploiting religion, something like that.
Oh, movies. It's reached to a point where even movies are being influenced by it. Like, okay, like to the mainstream people who just don't really see the propaganda behind it. Movies like The Nun and what's the whole series called? Conjuring. Yeah.
Conjuring.
Uh, yeah, there's a lot of hidden propagandas behind it because it's forcing to lead people to view things on what they already believed and brought up in. Like, definitely this is anything that is scary and everything is definitely the works of Satan, etc., etc. It's purposely pointed towards that direction, and uh, yeah, I mean, especially the modern horror movies, most of it, the scare factors all belongs to jump scaring, and there's really no elements of horror within it anymore, because it's I don't know, I might be thinking too much, but it feels like a propaganda for this agenda, to promote, like, Christianity in this sense. And this is what I dislike about modern horror movies. Like, old 90s horror movies had less of this, and it's even The Exorcist, correct, is still about being exorcised from a child and everything, but there were still elements of pure horror in it, and the whole agenda of that movie wasn't to uh, lean or be more inclined towards a side of religion at all. It was for the whole pure essence of horror and things like that. It's pure creativity, and movies like Shudder, the Thai horror movie. Yeah, it has nothing to do with religion. It's just solely about ghosts and shit like that. It's pure horror element. And yeah, everything now, like majority of the modern horror movies, or has to they have to relate it to a form of religion to make people believe that Christianity is the way to go, or it'll protect you from all shit and everything. But that is a little bullshit, because no matter who you are still human. You are still a human before your religion. And yeah, shit still happens to you as a human, kind of stuff like that. So a lot of horror movies in modern horror movies, or uh, it's like a trend towards this path, and it's not really interesting to watch it anymore, because they just recycle the whole propaganda inside it, and it just gets a little bit sickening.
Speaking of that, I remember now I watched I watched the Turkish horror movie series. It's called the Dabbe series, right?
The
Um,
what?
Dabbe. It's like a Turkish word.
Dubbing?
Dabbe,
Dubbe.
like Dabbe.
Dubbe. Oh, okay. Oh, because of the gin.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of movies. I think five or six,
Hmm.
like or something. But yeah, I watched a few of them, and I think I watched all of them actually because it was quite scary at the time.
Oh,
'Cause
the posters look scary, man.
yeah, it does feature like some scary ass fucking scenes, right? And some the actually the first, second, and like the first three movies are legit scary because they don't focus that much on the jump scares until the
Hmm.
very end of the movie. But the whole
Hmm.
movie is like very suspenseful and like there's like creepy ass stuff like curses, and like
Like there was a direction, right? Like there was a purpose.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like they show curses, like hidden curses put on under houses and stuff, and
Hmm.
like magic sort of stuff or something. But yeah, those were pretty scary. Like
It is. That's why
I
it's hmm? Sorry. Hello, hello.
yeah, yeah, I remember watching those movies, and at the time, like I was already used to horror movies, right? Like normal Hollywood movies, horror movies didn't really scare me. So I
Hmm.
was like, I heard a lot about these Turkish movies. So I was like, yeah, let's check it out. What happens? And I basically like watched them by myself.
Hmm.
And even during the day, I remember I was watching one of the movies during the day, and
Hmm.
I was alone in my room, and it was still day, right? But
Hmm.
that shit just scared me so much that I was fucking terrified, just watching it. I still like I still closed the windows and like closed the door to make it like make the environment right to
Mm.
make it scary. But yeah, it was really scary at the time, and I think it might still be scary now. But yeah, it did feature some actual horror things. But
Mhm.
I remember later in the later movies, it just became like basically just jump scare stuff, you know. And
Uh,
in like part 5 and 6, I think in part 5 or part 6, literally one of the plot twist was like okay, so I don't remember exactly what it was, but somehow they come to this revelation about the Nazis during World War II, and
what?
apparently Hitler wasn't actually trying to kill the Jews. He was trying to wage a war against fucking monsters and like
What the fuck?
those kind of creatures, and the people Hitler was killing was the bad guys. So apparently Hitler was the good guy and he was killing these bad guys who do like this curses, and they were Jewish. So basically they were trying to justify the Holocaust and saying that Jews are bad.
Oh, what the
Oh
bro?
yeah,
That's so so bad,
yeah, I just remembered that shit like just now, but at the time I didn't really think much of it, but now it just seems so ridiculous when I think back to it.
bro.
Like they didn't know what to do, so like they went so far as to fucking Hitler into a good guy.
It's like those B grade movies where it's so absurd.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, speaking about movies, have you watched this action comedy called Smoking Aces?
Mm, I don't remember. I don't think so.
It's a pretty fun movie. You should check it out. It's just mindless. It's just um, mindless assassinations. Yep.
Wait, speaking of movies, like you said, like speaking of propaganda movies, like do you know there's a legit like whole genre of movies in Hollywood? It's called faith movies or like uh, faith-based films. So it's basically just Christian propaganda, you know, like making films
Oh,
based on Christianity and faith, you know,
oh man.
those
No,
kind
I
of
don't.
movies.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, they're not very popular, like they don't make a ton of money, but they're basically aimed at those, people in the south or southwest of like US who are, very, who are heavily into the Christianity and their religion, like very religious people.
This is the first time I'm hearing this though.
Yep, I've never seen one of those, but it does exist.
Oh, I don't think I would go anywhere near that. It's okay. I get this very weird feeling, like when I go, come across stuff like that. It's like, okay, toys. You know, like how when you're young
Hmm.
and you go to malls and you see like some really quality toys, like from Toys R Us or something, and you can see like, oh, everything is manufactured properly, and like you can see quality in it. And then compared to the mamak shop toys that you see, is like fucking leftover pieces pieced together to make this robot or something kind of shit. And the stickers are not even full and all that kind of stuff. So the kind of feeling I get when I come across overly done stuff, it's that kind of B grade plastic feeling. I can't really explain it, but it just feels like a fairy tale to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not even a fairy tale. Like when you see a bad movie, it take really fucking you can really notice it, because
yeah,
one thing about movies is that you have to make the viewer believe that they are in this world, right? You have to make them believe in your fantasy world, right? And if it's a well done movie, like, let's say Harry Potter, for example, is all kind of like magic, fantasy, and bullshit, but the movies were so good that it made you invest in that world. It made you feel like, even if it was unbelievable shit, you were invested in that movies. You wanted to watch those and you like them. But if it's like a B grade fucking movie, then even like if they can't make you like believe their world, or they can't get you invested, then even like a lazy plot can really seem like unbelievable. And like it just takes you out of it. It just takes you out of the immersion.
Yeah, it kind of like spoils the experience of watching the whole purpose of it. It's like maybe because the whole focus of such movies is just a very linear message that has no particular purpose or meaning of it, you know. And that's why it's like sometimes like movies like that, throughout the whole movie, the plot jumps around so much to only use a single catchphrase in the end to justify everything, kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's like there's no like mentioned just now, like that movie that you're talking about. Probably the first few movies had a purpose, and you yourself felt it. Like you really got freaked out by it. But compared to movies like The Conjuring and everything, which doesn't have a purpose in its movie at all, it feels like a milking session. So yeah, stuff like that. It's very prominent when you are the viewer because whatever the director wants to portray or the producer wants to portray out in a movie, it's like a song. Your message will be clear. Like when you write a song about heartbreak, the whole song goes with that tempo and everything. Blah 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 is exactly the same. So yeah.
Yeah, it's because they like keep like they make, like, let's say the Dabbe series, for example. Like the first few ones were good. Like obviously they were good. That's why they could make so many more movies after that, right? So
Hmm.
when the first movie gets popular, or the first couple of movies gets popular, they just wanna milk that cash cow basically. They just wanna make more movies with the same name, so people will just go to watch it because they remember the first one was good. That's how
Yeah,
a lot of these movies or movie franchise are now these days.
and
Like
basically, huh?
yeah, like you use the example of a song, right?
Hmm.
Let's say a song is really good and popular, then an artist wouldn't see that and go like, oh, let's make a part two of this song, right? They
It
would
depends. It depends. It depends.
have.
It depends really. There's some like concept albums they do that. Yeah, some concept albums they do that.
Yeah, but how often do they actually get popular, like as good as the first one?
Depends. If it's bands like Dream Theater and stuff like that, it's definitely gonna be up there somewhere. But it's gonna be. I mean, if you're a band like Dream Theater, you already have that standardized quality, so it's not that much of an issue. But uh, yeah, there are bands that still do milk this factor. It's like, oh, let's do because that sound is what brought us, out to the limelight, and let's try to do a part two but under a different name, kind of thing.
I mean, a lot of bands do that. A lot of bands have their own sound and they just
Mm,
stick to it, right? But
mm.
that's like their own, basically their own sound or their own genre, you can call it. But nobody like, I don't think there's any people who, like, let's say, let's say a popular song. What can let's say, fuck, I forgot. I don't know
Wait,
any song.
did Pink Floyd had a concept like this?
Which one?
I can't remember. I remember like the older bands like Pink Floyd or Dream Theater, they had a concept like that.
Well,
Like
they made a whole album based on one concept. Like Pink Floyd had The Wall. They made Wall. They made Dark Side of the Moon, I think, but that was like based on one concept, the whole album. But
Okay, Marilyn Manson.
I don't know about Marilyn Manson song.
He has basically like Coma White and Coma Black, fight song, love song. Basically, he has this three album which is called like a trilogy or something like that. But it's all they're all in different albums, and it's like a follow up. Yeah,
Hmm.
the first three Antichrist Superstar, Mechanical Animals, and Hollywood. I think. Yeah, these three albums were the top three aces of his career, and it was a concept album, and he had like different parts to different. I wouldn't say a direct part one or part two, but you can tell that it's a follow up of a certain story that he's trying to portray.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, some people have done it, I guess, but like how often do you see that like become popular or become as good as the first one, you know? Like a lot of artists or bands will have like just a single track become popular. Like
Hmm,
the whole like everyone will know them just for one single track, you know? Like let's
hmm.
say Bon Jovi, everyone knows him for one song, you know, like It's My Life, that one. Like how many people will actually like his their other songs even if they made it like as a sequel to the first one?
He has other songs.
Apparently he does.
Oh wow. Okay, that's new to me.
So yeah, so most movie franchises these days are like that as well because like the first one is good and people like it, but yeah, then later people just don't like it anymore, I guess, because once you have like a story and you've told it, you've completed the story, and
Hmm,
it's a full movie. It's like a complete package. Like,
hmm.
why would you go on then and make more of that? Like, how would you continue the story if it's a whole complete package? You know. And so then when writers try to do that and producers try to do that, it just turns into like obvious cash, like milking. Like people can see that you didn't
Hmm.
have an actual story to tell. You just came up with some bullshit and trying to,
Oh,
capitalize.
there's another factor that might contribute to them being able to do this is that um I believe that the horror genre in movies basically almost dry out of ideas. I don't think they have any more ideas in Hollywood for a blockbuster to to really shine. And apparently that franchise is the only one that really they have no competitors in this genre anymore. So basically they can do whatever they want,
Oh,
because
you're
they have.
talking about the Conjuring movies?
Yeah. Like in general, like the whole horror scene, like you don't really see a lot of horror movies being uh signing on to like the theaters or Netflix or stuff like that. It's all very unknown. I mean, you will still hear of them, but not as much as bigger names like Conjuring. Like if Conjuring releases a movie, their marketing is all over the place. Like you go to the toilet to pee, you fucking see this nun in the toilet bowl and pee at her face or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So basically, they don't have competitors, and they are standing at the top of the
yeah.
food chain in the horror
I mean,
genre.
no wonder Hollywood sucks at making horror movies. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think it's scary.
not at all. I mean, I've resorted to watching like ghost clips on YouTube, which are like a lot scary. I mean, they are fake. Some of them are fake, but
Yeah.
those ghost adventures they produce more suspense and originality in terms of um exploration and the raw feeling of it. The whole purpose of being of horror, it's I believe in my point of view, what I believe in what horror is that mm, the essence of how raw it is, because the less polished it is, the more people can relate to it, because they it's like they're seeing it with their own eyes. So the more the rawer it gets, it's like, okay, like just now the movie I mentioned to Shudder. Shudder is not in any way polished, just raw as fuck. The place they film in is just typically in some abandoned building in Thailand or something. And everything is so raw, and no known actors, like the names are not even like in a blockbuster list or something, and they're just like nobodies, but they fucking created a fucking diamond that stamped in history. Like Thailand creates good shit, horror movies, and up
Mhm.
until, yeah, so it's really the whole essence of rawness.
But
And
Thailand is known for making good horror movies, right? That's what I've heard. I haven't
uh,
seen it.
I believe Shudder was the one that first made that, planted that landmark there. Yeah, Shutter when Shutter was released back then, this idea was so new and was so. I mean, you don't even get to see the ghost until the last part. That was how
Mm.
good it was. Like a horror movie and you only see the ghost once, kind of thing. That was how good it was. That was good story writing, man.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember Paranormal Activity?
Oh yeah. Oh man.
I think the first movie was good.
It could
I
have been.
huh?
I mean, it could have been.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't remember watching the first Paranormal Activity, but I think the thing you were talking about, like making unpolished, it should seem unpolished. So that idea behind that movie, because Paranormal Activity is a movie where like it's
yeah.
basically following a family, and like they have CC cameras all over in every room, basically in the house. So it just the whole movie is you see through those CCTV cameras, basically, and like that idea was like really, I think that was new, or
Hmm.
no, even before that, I think The Witch or something. Which is it? No,
I think Paranormal came out first.
did it?
Oh, you mean Blair Witch? The
Oh,
Blair Witch.
yeah, the Blair Witch Project, right. Is it
Yeah.
the found footage film
Yep.
uh,
Yep.
genre.
Yep.
So,
And
yeah,
then
it was that concept, like the found footage. Like it's basically shot like a documentary, like a real life thing that
documentary.
yeah, and that you later get to see from like this found footage, right? So that was the
Yep.
idea. And I think Blair Witch Project got really popular because that was the first one that did it.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a novel thing, and it was really unpolished. It seemed very believable. Apparently, when that came out, a lot of people thought that was like an actual fucking documentary. Like that
Hmm.
was a real life thing. Like it wasn't even a movie.
Yeah, it's the other one that really planted its flag was Cannibal Holocaust.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's the same. It's also a mockumentary. It was so real that they actually got charged for murder.
What
Yeah,
the?
because the actors were on this non-disclosure contract or something like that. So they were not allowed to appear like for a few years after the movie is released to make it real, to really enhance the effects of the movie. So it really reached to a point where people really thought that that was something real, and people were actually murdered. So they were charged for it or something, if I remember correctly.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, those movies when they first came out, like the idea behind it was good, and maybe they were good movies. But nowadays, like it's just they've run out of ideas, and they're just not making any like good horror movies, basically.
yeah, because I mean, one thing is because um, internet. Everyone can be a director now. All you need is a fucking camera, and you just have YouTube, and you are a fucking director. So there are so many channels on YouTube that produces better horror movies that really narrows down to what directors can really write, because it really relies on very good uh story writing.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't think Hollywood is really going for that now anymore. I mean, if you want like good horror movies, you would probably have to go to a lot of really research a lot of indie producers or directors that really have, they are still really into this for the passion and not just to, release out a blockbuster. I mean, fuck, you look at Conjuring, you look at The Nun, and the more you look at it, the less scary it gets. And Annabelle, it all stems from fucking
I watched, I think, the first Conjuring movie, and that was it. Like I watched
same.
it because I heard a lot about it, and I was like, oh, what? Let's check this out. Maybe it's gonna be actually scary or something. And I watched it, and I remember being disappointed. I was like, what the fuck is this? How is this so popular? Like, is this? It just seems so fake, right? And it's just even the acting in that movie and the fucking plot, it just seems cartoonish, the
Yep,
horror parts as well. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I never watched any of those movies again. And
same.
apparently they keep making them every year. Oh,
Yep.
did you watch that movie? One I told you about, remember? I forgot what it is called.
The one with the
But
gin, right?
no, not the Jinn. I told you it was based off like a pagan god, the god of like creativity or something.
I think I
Wait,
still have the tab, but I got carried away with opening new tabs.
wait, let me look up what's the name of the film because I thought that one was decent. Hereditary, yeah, that was the
Ah,
name.
yeah, that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I still have it. I still have the tab.
Yeah, Hereditary. That movie I thought that was that was good because it like the basically it revolves less than the plot. What's good about it is the atmosphere it creates. It creates a very s- eerie and very like uncomfortable atmosphere throughout the whole movie, and that just seemed like it was like that was the kind of like atmosphere a horror movie should have, like a very eerie kind of atmosphere. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you would like the concept like they did at the end, what they did at the end of the movie, with the reveal. But I think the overall movie direction and atmosphere was really good for that movie.
I'm watching. I'm looking at the posters. I'm looking at the ghosts.
Do they have the picture of the ghost?
Is this boy with his mouth or something like that?
I don't think there was like a straight up ghost though. Not until the very end, but yeah, the whole throughout the whole movie, you don't really get to see the ghost or anything like that, but you just get these hints, and you just get this eerie atmosphere, and like these strange things happen. Like in the first half of the movie, I remember in like the first 30 minutes, something really fucked up happens, and when you see it, you're like, "What the fuck just happened, man?" Like, I don't want to I don't want to spoil it for you because that moment is like really when it feels like holy shit, that's some fucked up shit. And
Um,
because it's a event that you can see like happening in like a normal situation, like a normal everyday situation, you can see something like that happening. So it made it even more like fucked up.
I yeah, I'm looking at the pictures. It looks the I get what you mean by the whole uncomfortable feeling. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, even more than the looks, the way the direction was, it was very creative, the direction. You'll see if you watch the movie, but it was like some shots were like taken from such weird angles, and like the transitions and everything. It was like a really good, well-made movie. That way, it got a lot of like good press. Like a lot of the critics really gave it praise for that. And I
Yeah,
like
it's 7.3 on IMDb and 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. So,
yeah, rather than those, you can see the like critic scores. If you click in I think the critic scores will be a lot higher.
yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, so long I see like generally like, okay, I don't really follow all the ratings, but generally, if all like ratings they are all on the same page, that means it's probably a good movie.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah, I mean, it depends
because
on what you're looking for.
yeah, because I watched the fucking Star Wars movie, the new one. The which one was it? The Force Awakens? Yeah, when Disney made it. And I was like, yeah, I didn't like that movie. It was very boring for me.
Is this movie about Paimon?
Yeah, Paimon, that's the name. I told you about him,
Yeah. So it's about Paimon. Okay, okay, interesting.
but you're not supposed to know that actually. Like it's kind of a reveal, and it's in the very like near the end of the movie.
It's right there, like it says Paimon under the tag.
Oh, what tag?
Uh,
I don't know what website you're looking at.
Wikipedia.
Oh, okay, now you're reading more of it now, though.
I'm not reading it. Like I'm just looking at it. Like I've not tapped into it. But one of the main tags beside the actress's name is Millie Shapiro, and right beside it just says Paimon. So that took my interest. Like it's not a spoiler for me. Like I told you before, like how I read stuff. I don't mind spoilers because it gets me more interested in it.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, if it's about Paimon, then yeah, it's a deity that I know of, so that makes me more interested in yeah. That time we were talking about it. That's why you brought this. You brought
Yeah,
this up.
yeah, I brought it up, and you told me that you know about him, and yeah, I think you'll be interested. I don't know if you will like what they basically how they portray him, but that's the very end of the movie, I think. So before that, it should be fine. I don't know.
Was he portrayed as evil?
Uh, basically, like
Then no, I probably will not like it.
yeah, basically, at the very end, that's how they portray him. Like, okay, so the plot of the if like if I'm spoiling it, spoilers for Hereditary. Basically, the end reveal is Paimon is looking for a host, uh, for for his uh, for his what for him to possess. You know, he's looking for a host on Earth,
Hmm.
so he can like descend and come to Earth. So yeah, so he's basically located his host. Like
Hmm.
he decides that this person will be my host, and basically during the whole movie, this family, this family gets into these fucked up situations, and like really weird stuff starts happening to them. And because Paimon has ultimately chosen one of them to be the host, and in the end, it's revealed, and yeah.
Wait,
But yeah, they show him in an evil way, but you probably won't like that part. But I think you'll be able to appreciate the direction the movie, like the way
yeah,
it's directed and made. You know?
yeah. It's not a big factor to me. Like, I want to see like the movie for what it is. So it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter like what I feel about Paimon personally, but I just want to see. I want to watch the movie and I want to see like what Paimon is about in this movie.
Hmm. Okay.
Interesting.
Uh, yeah, but speaking of that, another good modern horror movie I remember is Get Out. Have you heard of that movie?
Nope.
It's called Get Out, and it's directed by Jordan Peele.
Get Out. Let me see.
Yeah,
Get Out.
yeah. You remember the video you sent me earlier today, the Key and Peele video?
Yeah, yeah.
You remember the fat guy, the basically the guy who's like saying all the
Yeah, yeah.
guys. Yeah. So that guy, those two guys, Key and Peele, are like a comedy duo. They
Yep.
used to make that skit show, Key and Peele, and after that, Jordan Peele went on and became a director and started directing movies. And his first movie was Get Out, and it was a really good movie. It's not like a horror movie as in the sense of ghosts and spirits and stuff like that, but it shows like the horror of being a black person in a southern area basically. And it takes a lot of inspiration. It's like based on true stories as well, because I recently got to know about this incident of Trayvon Martin. I
Who
don't
the hell?
know I don't know if you know or the listeners know, but this was a case I think around 2016 or 2017, something like that. And the case of Trayvon Martin is basically this black guy, right?
Hmm.
He goes jogging basically every day. He has a route that he jogs through, and I think this was in Georgetown or someplace, and that's in the south of the U.S. And he basically jogs through the small town every day on his morning jogging route. And one day, what happened was, uh, so this small town is basically it's all white people living there, and like very extreme right wing, like racist white people. Okay, so
Hmm.
these white guys, basically saw him running through their town one day, and the basically one guy was like, "Hey, stop! Come here!" Like he was telling him to stop, and he wasn't stopping. Like he was just jogging through. And
Oh,
yeah,
this. Okay. Okay,
are you
okay.
looking it up?
I heard of this case before. Yeah, sorry, you're saying?
Yeah. So basically, when he told him to stop and he didn't stop, he kept running. So he called the other people from his neighborhood, called his neighbors. They got on their cars, they got on their fucking trucks basically, and chased this guy down the street as far as they could chase him. Like I think this guy he ran for 5 minutes trying to run away from them, right? And they
Hmm.
chased him down, and they had guns with them. They brought fucking guns and cars, and they chased him down, and they shot him down and then killed him because they told him to stop and he didn't stop. So yeah, like that's a real thing that happened. Like that's completely fucked up. When I saw that, when I saw it on the internet and I heard about it, I was like, what the actual fuck? And like thank God those guys that did it like got charged. They went through trial and they got charged for murder basically and got sentenced to prison, I think, all of them.
Hmm.
Lifetime in prison. But yeah, that was so fucked up. So yeah, and this movie Get Out is basically based on that story and other like fucking incidents that happened throughout the years. It's about a black guy who has a white girlfriend. So he
Hmm.
gets invited by his white girlfriend to her parents' house, and he
Hmm.
goes there. It's in the fucking south. It's in the fucking dead south somewhere, and it's every all white fucking people. And straight away from the start, he starts getting like bad vibes from everyone around there. You know, like saying some guy would just say some weird stuff like, "Oh, you guys, oh, I'm so old now. I'm not very athletic anymore. But you guys, I'm sure are still. It was something like, I'm sure you guys are very athletic, or you know, some weird stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like he gets these weird vibes and people saying some weird things throughout the whole movie, and at first you're like, this seems like a very weird neighborhood, but everyone seems okay. Everyone seems nice, right?
Hmm.
But yeah, after in the second half of the movie, I think shit gets real, and he finds out that like everyone is trying to kill him, basically.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because spoilers for Get Out, but yeah, they basically run an organ harvesting plant or something in that town, and they're
Ooh.
trying to take his fucking organs and his body parts because they believe that black people's like organs and stuff and body parts are better, like more genetically enhanced and stuff. So
Hmm.
those rich white people pay to get those body parts for
The
themselves and stuff. So yeah, yeah, and basically now he has to somehow escape this racist white fucking town full of these people who are trying to kill him and take his body parts.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, that is, and it's like not a conventional horror movie, as it's not about ghosts and stuff, but it's about actual real life shit
Human.
that could happen. Yeah, humans, and I think for African American people, that movie would have been like really like close to home,
Hmm.
especially a lot of those people like I'm sure are used to getting those racist and stereotypical things said to them throughout their lives, and like they get bad vibes. I mean, the cops are out to kill them, basically, right? Like cops is when they see a black guy, cops are like, oh fuck, I guess we gotta shoot him.
Yep. The I'm looking through the posters that relate to it. The relates to the movie Get Out. I've totally forgot about this movie. Split.
Split. Was that an M Night Shyamalan movie?
Yep.
I saw that movie. Yeah, it wasn't a horror though.
Yep. It's about schizophrenia.
Yeah, yeah. It's about yeah. He has like 20 different personalities or something, and physic his physical appearance is like physical body changes based on the personalities as well.
I think so. I haven't watched it yet. I wanted to watch that. I totally forgot about it. I think the other one that has a the lot one of the original ideas was the Purge. It's not about ghosts everything, but the real horrors, human horror that you're talking about. The Purge.
Oh, it's like one day of the year you're allowed to murder is
Yeah.
legal. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean that's not. It's less of a horror and more of a slasher film, right? I,
Uh,
I'm not sure I haven't seen the movie.
it's about I wouldn't say it's slasher, but it's more like the suspense and the fear of being murdered, and how you have to protect yourself, your vulnerability and all this shit like that. That's where the horror comes in.
Hmm. I haven't seen
And
that movie, but I think the first one was like that, and the later ones became like
same.
this, this fucking murder, kill sport
Yeah.
kind of thing. Because I think they have a bunch of them now.
Holy shit, they are. They have like fucking the Purge Anarchy, the first Purge, the Purge election year. What the fuck? I didn't know there were so many.
Yep, there is.
Well, yeah. Fuck. What the hell, man? Well, there goes his credibilities. Right out the window, man. Right out the window. Yeah, there's not much other movies that really has like a good storyline now. I'm looking at it now. The Ouija, Origin of Evil, and all. They all belong to the same group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would
Uh,
Split and Hereditary.
yeah, but it's a good thing I'm not a horror fan basically. Like I don't yeah, I'm not a horror fan. Like yeah, so it's fine for me because I don't really care either way because I don't actively like watch those movies. I'm not like, oh shit, a new horror movie, I gotta watch it. I'm not like that.
Yeah, I used to be, but I'm more of a comedy person now.
Mm.
Yeah, as everyone can see or can hear. I've become retarded. I've gone full retard. I've gone full
Never go full retard.
fucking Tropic Thunder, man.
Tropic Thunder was so hilarious. That movie is so underrated, man.
It is because it's so controversial. Because Robert Downey Jr. was wearing black. That
I think he won a fucking Oscar for that role, though. He won an Oscar for blackface, basically.
the fuck. Yeah, that's why this is all double standard. Like they can't really promote that film all the way. Because of that. It's so controversial. So,
But
but
how did? Let me see if he actually won an Oscar. Because why? Like, why would that film get nominated for any Oscar?
because nobody knew that was fucking Robert Downey Jr. and fucking Tom Cruise was in it.
Tom Cruise was so hilarious in that movie, dude.
Yeah, fuck, but Robert Downey Jr. man.
That little dance he did. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
He turned on that song. I forgot whose song that was. 50 Cent? Or who was it? Like,
Oh,
apple bottom jeans.
oh, fuck.
She
I know
hit
what.
the ball, she hit the ball. But
Wait,
yeah, that's the song, and that fucking dance he does, like spanking the spanking movement and shit. So hilarious.
and then he has like fat fingers. I watched one of the interviews. He was specifically telling the director that he needed like fat hands. Like that was one of his criteria. Is like he needed fat hands.
The first time I saw the whole movie, right, and I
Mm.
didn't even know that guy was Tom Cruise. I was like, okay, who the fuck is this like random bald fat guy? Like, I don't even know who that is. And like, I see the whole movie, I don't know who the fuck this is. But in the end
Mm.
credits scene, when they show the credits, like before the credits, they show all the actors,
Mm.
and they showed at the end they showed like this guy, like Tom Cruise playing this guy, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck, that was Tom Cruise. Like, I didn't even realize or recognize him throughout the whole movie.
The song was by Low by Florida.
Yeah, that's Florida Apple Bottom Jeans song.
Yeah. God damn it. Yeah.
Oh, I just looked it up. Robert Downey Jr. got nominated for the best supporting actor for that role in that movie in the Oscars. He didn't win, but how the fuck he gets nominated for basically a blackface role? A guy playing a blackface actor playing like a guy playing a white actor playing a black actor.
And a white actor playing as a black actor.
Yeah, a white actor playing as a white actor who's playing as a black actor, basically.
Exactly. Fucking acting inception shit going on, man. Fuck, what the hell?
Even in the movie, I remember like everyone just making fun of him or just fucking like surprised that he's even doing this. Like he's acting like a black dude.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think like it was like to mock him or to mock like the American African people. I think it was more like
Oh,
maybe that's why he has to be casted as an actor acting as a black person.
yeah, no, that was the whole joke though. The joke was that this guy, like before that though, he went full retard. Then one of his
No,
past roles was playing like a retarded guy.
no,
And
that was Tug Speedman. That was the Ben Stiller.
oh, oh yeah, that was Ben Stiller, the character. Yeah, he
Yeah,
went full retard. But yeah, the full premise, his whole role in that movie was like he was playing an actor who like played all these crazy ass roles and completely transformative roles and like transform
yep.
himself. So it was basically a parody of those actors that transformed themselves to play a role, right? Like Johnny Depp or Christian Bale, maybe, I don't know, those kind of actors. So that
Method
was
act.
the whole joke. It wasn't meant to be offensive or anything.
But the funny thing is, they had a black dude to play in that main role with them.
Oh yeah, they did have a black guy in that movie as well,
Yeah,
right?
uh, Al Pacino. that small little black dude. Fucking
Oh
hell!
yeah, yeah.
He was like,
And the
"You
whole
ain't
time
black."
I think he found him ridiculous because he was
Yeah.
like Robert Downey Jr. was acting more black than the actual black
Yeah.
guy.
I'm basically like, we don't do that. Yeah, that's what black people do, right? So yeah, now you be black now. Stuff like that. And then Robert Downey Jr. is just like, yeah, would you got a problem with that or something like that?
It's so
Like,
ridiculous. Like, if you guys haven't seen that the movie Tropic Thunder, you have to watch it because it's fucking hilarious. Like, it's a movie from the 2000s, but it still holds up. I'm pretty sure. Like, it's fucking
timeless.
hilarious. That movie.
Oh, and Jack Black's character was just this typical crack cocaine guy in Hollywood. I think his role he was mocking Hollywood actors in general.
Oh yeah, I don't remember much about Jack Black's character. The
He was a
most
crack
I
kid.
Yeah, I remember him taking like him being a crackhead and like sniffing for drugs everywhere, uh,
Yep.
sniffing everything he can. But yeah, the what I remember most from that movie is fucking Robert Downey Jr. and Ben Stiller's characters and
Holy
uh, and Tom Cruise. Even though Tom Cruise had like two or three scenes in the whole movie.
I will fuck you in the ass.
I'll fuck you in the ass, and then I'll dance to the music.
Apparently, that dance wasn't part of the script. He just started dancing. Like,
It
it
was
wasn't part of.
improv.
Yeah, it was improv. He just started dancing and they started rolling. It was like, okay, we can use this shit.
Tom Cruise is great, man. Like, I like most of his movies though.
Tom
How
Cruise apparently he inspired
the
Psycho.
He inspired what?
Christian Bale's character in American Psycho.
Oh, American Psycho.
Yeah,
How
American
did
Psycho.
he inspire that though? That movie was based on a book on the same name, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so Christian Bale, he was watching this Tom Cruise interview when he got the role. He was watching this interview by Tom Cruise in this late night show or something, and then he said that um that that over friendliness and that emptiness behind that friendliness, that was what made Christian Bale create his character in American Psycho.
Ah, okay. So he got the inspiration from how he would play that character from Tom
Yeah,
Cruise.
yeah,
But
like
I mean, Tom Cruise is known for some crazy ass stuff though, because
yeah.
Tom Cruise is a Scientologist, which is fucking himself because Scientology is a cult that like fucking takes millions. Like Scientology is basically a cult that has even its own church, and it has people all around the world, and like I think Scientology even harassed the U.S. government into making that Scientology church into a tax-free institution, basically.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
because what they do is they harass the members. They harass whoever leaves Scientology. Like you join their cult, if you leave it, they will start harassing you. They will send people to your houses. They will keep tabs on you. They will harass you in any way. And the whole thing is exploitative. reputation because they require their members to like donate to their church, air quotes donate, but they have like a minimum requirement that you have to donate this amount, every month or something.
That's something that
And yeah, their, their reach is so far they even harass you you even harass lawmakers and their families, so they would like pass a law that would make them like tax free, like the
mm,
church Scientology, so they don't have to pay taxes either. Like if you look into it, Scientology is a really fucked up shit. Like it's really fucked up. Like there's a whole I saw a video on it and
it's,
everything.
it's not something that I want to cross path with. It just doesn't sound legit at all.
Yep. But yeah, Tom Cruise is like the most famous Scientologist. And there was a talk show, I think on Oprah. He
Mm,
once went to Oprah, the interview show, and he was he did some like I think he was asked a question like, "Are you happy?" And
mm.
he went crazy. He was like, "Yes, I'm happy. I'm the happiest man in the world." And he started jumping up and down on the couch. He fucking made Oprah stand up and started jumping up and down with her. And shit. Like
What?
you can search YouTube for it. You can search like Tom Cruise Oprah
Mm.
on YouTube, and I think the clip will come up. Like it's fucking crazy, man.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm seeing it now. I'll watch it later. But
So he's
yeah,
known for some up shit, like crazy stuff in his personal life. But I like most of his movies because he does all of his stunts himself, and he like gives 100% to every role he has to play. And his latest movie came out, Top Gun Maverick.
mm.
It's already made like $1 billion, and everyone loves it. Like people from all around the world, like right wingers, left wingers, everyone loves it. Apparently,
Well,
it's action.
yeah, he's probably good at what he does as a job, but yeah, as a person is a different story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. Huh?
wait. One last movie. Since we're talking about Tom Cruise, have you seen Eyes Wide Shut?
I think I did because it's one of those R-rated films that when we were young we were not supposed to watch, and we went to the movies and we are like, hey, this movie RA, want to try to stick in or not?
Yeah, it was Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, and it was directed by Stanley Kubrick, the famous director.
No, I don't think I've watched it though.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't think I've watched it.
I just thought you just say that you did watch it?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
But I thought, yeah, when I watched it, I thought it was like a really good like the. It's kind of the horror theme. It's not horror. It's more of a suspense.
Hmm.
But yeah, the whole movie it's really eerie and is basically about Tom Cruise's character like stumbling into this fucking party, this fucking orgy, I think.
I'm
That
watching. Look at the pictures.
Yeah, he stumbles into this fucking orgy one night, and
Hmm.
it's apparently held by the rich and the elite, and they do all kind of fucked up stuff at this orgy, and you have to wear a mask when you go in,
Hmm.
everything, and yeah, it's a part of a cult, and he stumbles onto this world unknowingly, and then throughout the movie, he like discovers more and more, and like his character just goes into more. I think it's a really well made movie. I did enjoy it. It's kind of uncomfortable, and it's really nice though. And Stanley Kubrick, of course, like is the way he directs is always like
What?
insane.
What? I'm
And
gonna. What other movies he's directed?
he's directed some of the most famous movies of all time. like
Yeah,
2001: A Space Odyssey. He's done that war movie. I forgot the name. Apocalypse Now.
hold on. I'm not too sure. I'm trying to find it, but apparently his
Oh, he's
fucking
done The Shining. The Shining.
okay.
He's done Clockwork Orange.
Oh, Clockwork Orange. Yes, no wonder it sounds so familiar.
Yeah, Clockwork
It's
Orange is one fucked up movie.
yeah, it's not so much about the element of horror itself. It's just so uneasy. It's
Yeah,
very
all his movies are like that. He's a master of creating this uneasy, uncomfortable atmosphere.
yeah. Clockwork, like it's very what do you call that? A little bit abstract and this very what's that word I was looking for? Uneasy and very awkward uneasiness. Like you don't really know what to feel about this, but you just don't feel good about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Clockwork Orange was fucked, man.
yeah. Oh, he did Full Metal Jacket. I don't know if you know that one,
No, I don't
but
know that one.
that's rather popular. All his movies are very popular and very well renowned. Yeah, The Shining, of course, everyone knows that one. That's
Hmm.
like one of the most famous horror movies
I didn't
ever.
watch it.
Oh, you haven't? What the fuck?
Nope. I try not to. Yeah, like I said, like one of the episodes, like I try to stay away from like mainstream movies. So, but then apparently, like Clockwork Orange and Pulp Fiction, all this are like cult favorites. So I'll take a look at it. But Shining, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't deny it because apparently it's good for a reason. So I'll probably watch it if I can.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good for a reason. I did watch it. Um, I would say I liked Clockwork Orange more. Uh,
Hmm.
Shining was really weird. It had eerie atmosphere as well,
Hmm.
but I wouldn't. It's not really horror. Like I wouldn't call any of his movies like really horror, but it has like the same kind of like atmosphere and element. You know,
Hmm.
even Eyes Wide Shut has that.
That yeah, it's just uneasy.
Yeah, that uneasy feeling.
Yeah. No, I know what I get the vibe you're talking about now.
Yep. Yeah, that similar vibe I had in Hereditary as well.
Uh well he's made a lot of movies. What the fuck, man?
Oh yeah, but he died. He's dead as well. So, no, he
Yeah.
didn't make as many movies as a lot of other famous directors did, I think. But all of his movies were really popular.
Yeah, I mean just when it was starting to get good, like Eyes Wide Shut was like 1999 and he had to pass away. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was his last film.
Wow. This yeah. Oh well, but you can't have it all. I mean he's really left behind a legacy, so
Yep.
okay,
Well,
just nice.
well, now you have a few movies to watch if you want.
Yep. I'll probably watch My Stepsister in My Neighbor's House Overnight, HD 2014.
What the fuck? Yeah, I'll probably watch Going to a Soapland for the first time. Oh no, what's gonna happen? The animation. So, alright, I think on that bombshell, it's time to conclude our episode this week.
Yep.
But
Just nice. 1.5 hours on the dot.
Yep, it's a nice, long, juicy episode for y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. Yep. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining today's episode. See you again next week.
Okay, see you guys next episode. Bye bye.